there, Sheila. I am so excited for your wedding. It's only a month away now, right? It's crazy to think that next month you'll finally be man and wife. Yeah, we were dragging our feet since planning a wedding is a total pain, but it's finally happening. So, in 1 month, you're gonna officially be my big sister. Oh, don't call me that. It'll make me feel old. Just call me your sister, okay? No big. It's crazy to think about that, though. We are gonna be sisters. I mean, sisters-in-law, but sisters nonetheless. I know, but don't worry, I'll do my best not to make things weird for you. Yeah, I'd really appreciate that. But, we are gonna be family now, so I guess there's gonna have to be some things that change. For starters, can you get a copy made of your car key? Huh? Oh, I guess so, but what for? So I can use it, duh. You want to use my car? I don't really understand. It's like I said, Sheila, we're family now. What's yours is mine and all that. That means your car is my car too. I, don't really agree with that. Is that how you think this works? That's how all families work. Families share everything. If they don't, what's even the point of being a family? Rachel, if you want to borrow my car from time to time, if you ask me in advance, then we might be able to work something out. But I think having a copy of my car key made for you is going a little overboard, don't you think? What's wrong, Sheila? Don't you trust me? Don't worry. Even if I decide to sell it, I'll make sure it goes for as high of a price as it can. Hold on. Now you're talking about selling my car? How did that enter this discussion? You can't go and sell my car without my permission. I don't need your permission, though. It's not just your car, it's my car, too. What's wrong with me selling my own car? That's what it means to be a family. You think that me marrying your brother means you get to sell my car? I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to show your steps on that one. This rule doesn't only apply to your car, by the way. It applies to everything you have. What's yours is mine now, too. Our familial bonds are stronger than any earthly possession. Isn't family a beautiful thing? Okay, I don't think it's going to do either of us any good to continue this conversation, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my leave here. Look, Rachel, I know you have your own ideas about what it means to be a family, but those are your ideas. I hope you understand that not everyone has the same ideas as you. Excuse me? What's up with that attitude? You're not going anywhere. This conversation is not finished.
Alright, well, I think I understand the situation between you and Rachel. I'm not really sure what you want me to do about it.
Please, Travis, you've got to do something. Rachel has been blowing up my phone with texts about me giving her my car.
When are you going to give me the key, Sheila? Have you made a copy of that key yet? I want to use it tonight, so make sure you get it as soon as possible.
What is wrong with her? Is this really how your family works? I'm not sure I can handle a lifetime of this. Even if it's just Rachel and no one else, it's still going to be hard to deal with.
Hey, come on now. Don't go bashing my family like that, okay? Sure, I know that Rachel can be a bit pushy at times when she finds something that she wants. Can you at least admit that she does have a point about families holding things in common?
Oh no, for God's sake, Travis, not you too.
Well, I mean, think about it. Back when you still lived at home, you borrowed your parents' car to hang out with your friends and stuff, right? I mean, isn't that what families do? Help each other out with what each member needs?
It's one thing for a minor without the financial capability of owning their own car to use their parents' car. It is another thing entirely for someone who just became my sister-in-law to demand the right to sell my car without my permission. I am terrified now that if I ever let her borrow it even once, she might actually do that. Even if she doesn't, it could still start a chain reaction where she makes bigger and bigger demands of me.
You gotta understand, Sheila. Our mom raised us all by herself and we had a really small extended family. So the whole concept of a family has called a special meaning for Rachel.
I'm waiting for the part where you explain how Rachel's special concept of family means I have to let her sell my car. Are you going to get there anytime soon? That's the part I'm the most interested in.
Okay, calm down. I'll talk to Rachel, alright? You're right, the whole thing with your car is a bit much. I can admit that. Leave it to me, I'll take care of everything.
Please do. Thank you, Travis. Hey there, Sheila. I just wanted to drop in and say thanks a bunch. I got my own car now, so I won't need to borrow yours anymore. Oh, you did? Okay, well, I'm glad to hear that. But what are you thanking me for? You know what? You're absolutely right. I don't need to thank you. What was I thinking? After all, we're family now. That doesn't really explain anything, but all right, I guess. Congratulations on buying your own car, Rachel. You've been saving up a bunch of money to pay for your wedding, haven't you? That's yet another thing from you with discomforting undertones. Yes, that's right, but why do you ask? How much have you put away so far? I don't think it's very appropriate for you to be asking me a question like that. But if you must know, I think there's somewhere around $50,000 in the account I set up for our wedding fund. Holy moly, that's incredible. You must have been working really hard to save up that much. I've got to say, I'm impressed. It's so wonderful that you would work so hard to support the family. The family? That money is for our wedding. No, silly, it's for the family. Families hold everything in common, remember? I remember you making that demand of me, but I do not remember acquiescing. I don't know what acquiescing means, but I do know what family means. It means everything is shared. That includes money. That's why I went ahead and withdrew all $60,000 in your wedding fund to pay for my car. Hold on, $60,000? I didn't have that much in my account. Sure you did. Well, you used to, but not anymore. No, I am positive that's not my money. Travis was looking all over the house for his ATM card yesterday. Given our previous conversations, I was instantly worried that you had taken it, and it looks like I was correct. Wait, what? That was Travis's ATM card that I took? Then where's your ATM card? That's for me to know and you to never find out. Rest assured, it's somewhere you will never be able to get your hands on it. Did you not notice that the house is much tidier whenever you come over to visit? That's because I've been putting everything of ours that has monetary value away before you come. You have no right to do that to me. Now, go and get your ATM card wherever you put it and bring it to me today. And you'll also have to tell me your PIN number. We're family now, Sheila. What's yours is mine. Why do you keep saying that? It's not true. My car is my car. My things are my things. My money is my money, not yours. How dare you speak like that to me, you greedy, miserly, selfish little brat? It's not greedy to protect the things I've worked so hard to earn for myself. I mean, you think it's greedy for me to want to keep my things, but it's not greedy for you to want to take them? Whatever. The important thing right now is that the money you took was Travis's, not mine. So I recommend you go tell him what you did and apologize as quickly as possible. Man.
Rachel, I just heard from Sheila. You took my ATM card and withdrew the money from my bank account without my permission? What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me? Don't act like it's all my fault. It was an honest mistake. I thought it was her card. The real question is, what's the matter with you? If you weren't dragging your feet, everything would be all over by now.
Dragging my feet? I was proceeding according to plan. You know, the plan? That thing we've been talking about forever? And everything was going great until you went and opened your big fat mouth. And if that weren't enough, you also went and made a massive move without even talking to me first.
Screw you. You should have been moving faster. I found a car I wanted. I shouldn't have to wait. And besides, I don't see what your problem is in the first place. We're family, aren't we? Families share.
Would you shut up, Rachel? That $60,000 you took was all my money. You have any idea how hard I worked to save that money up for myself?
If you had $60,000 sitting in a bank account collecting dust, then you should have been sharing more with me. I'm not waiting around until you finally marry your sugar mama to get my share of the pie.
God damn it, Rachel! You want to screw everything up? You knew what the plan was and we were to get married really soon. If you needed money to get by in the meantime, you should have gotten yourself a goddamn job.
Screw that. I ain't gonna work like some loser.
How do you think this world works, Rachel? Somebody has to work. I don't want to work either, but I put up a crappy job until now because I needed to. And the $60,000 you took from me was the money I earned from that crappy job.
And wow, I am glad you worked so hard, Travis. Thanks to you, I finally got the awesome sports car I've always dreamed of.
You're insane, Rachel. Seriously. You could have had that car and more if you would have simply waited 5 seconds. Was it really worth getting your hands on that car if the whole plan is ruined because of it?
Oh, stop being such a drama queen. It's just a measly $60,000. Once you marry that bratty heiress of yours, you'll be able to spend that much every day for the rest of your life. She's the only child of the Oswell family. Hell, you'll probably get wedding gifts worth more than $60,000 from their relatives and business partners.
I'm not gonna let your greediness and overconfidence ruin everything, Rachel. You're gonna give me every single cent you took from me. And if you don't, I'm cutting ties with you. You won't get anything from me when I marry Sheila.
Are you stupid or something? How do you expect me to give you back something that I don't have? I used it, remember? I bought a car, you idiot.
Then sell it if you have to. That was my money and I want it all back. You've got two choices, Rachel. Sell the car and pay me back, or lose out on any future support you could have gotten from me.
You want me to sell my car? No way. I have wanted this car for as long as I can remember.
I don't care. Make your choice. Which would you rather have? A $60,000 car today, or all the cars you want for the rest of your life? Think about it.
Hey, Rachel, could I please have some money? Like, 60,000? What? Didn't you just get done spending the 60,000 you stole from Travis? What could you possibly need another 60,000 for? I need it for stuff. It's not important. Can I have the money? Tell me, Rachel, when you got the idea to come to me for money, what did you imagine my answer to you would be? In my head, I pictured you saying something like, "All right, just this once," and then begrudgingly handing over the money. Keep dreaming, Rachel, because that's not gonna happen. I told you I saved up that money to pay for my wedding with Travis. I can't up and give it all to you for God knows what reason. Don't be such a cheapskate. You're the heiress to the Oswell family fortune. You wipe your nose with $100 bills. You can afford to spot me 60,000. Wait, how did you know that I'm the Oswell family heiress? I've never said that to anyone before, not even my friends. I went out of my way to cover up my family history. How do you know? Well, you should have done a better job hiding it. Everyone in our family knows about you. You mean Travis knows too? Of course he does. Who do you think told me about you? It was Travis himself. So yeah, you don't need to worry about covering up your secret identity from us anymore. Plus, honestly, why would you go to all the trouble of hiding it in the first place? I don't believe this. Travis, we need to talk again. Did you know that my dad is the sole heir of the Oswell family?
Huh? Wait, how did you... Who told you I knew about that?
Well, I guess that answers my question. You did know.
Was it Rachel who told you? God damn it, I should have known. Look, I don't know what she told you, but it's all a misunderstanding. I was never interested in your family history at all, honest.
You're talking past the question, Travis. What I'm the most concerned about right now is just that you knew.
Well, yeah, I knew. But I'm telling you, it's not like I was trying to use you or anything.
I strongly recommend you stop talking right now and answer only the questions I ask you. Now, next question. Why did you tell Rachel about me? You might have known about my true lineage, but that also means you knew I was trying to hide it. I told you and the rest of your family that my parents were farmers.
Why did I tell her? Well, it's because you're amazing. I mean, you're the sole heiress to the Oswald family. There's not a person in this entire country who doesn't know about your family. I guess I was so impressed that it slipped out.
Okay, next question. Is that the reason that you started dating me?
No way! That's not it at all! I asked you out because I thought you were beautiful and charming and intelligent. I wasn't after your family's money or anything.
I'm sorry, Travis. As much as I want to believe you, I can't.
But why not? I love you, Sheila. You're the most wonderful woman in the world. I would love you even if you weren't the Oswald family heiress.
Next question. How did you find out I was a member of the Oswald family?
Oh, I just kind of found out by accident one day.
By accident, eh? Well then, if you say you're not interested in my lineage, then you wouldn't care to hear the latest developments in my family then.
Huh? What do you mean? What's happened?
Oh, so you are interested? Well, the truth is, I'm no longer in line to inherit the family fortune.
What?
It turns out that my dad actually had a child with another woman. He was going to go public with the news and destroy my family's reputation, so my father decided to pay him off. Rather than suffer the humiliation of a love child, they decided to go with a different narrative, switched at birth. In other words, legally, I will be removed from the Oswald family, and he's going to take my place. Well, Travis, do you still want to marry me, even though I'm being thrown out of my own family?
Wow, it's insane.
Answer me, Travis. Do you still want to marry me?
A lot for me to take in. Would it be okay for me to take some time to think about it?
The very fact that you have to think about it is all the answer I needed. You're not the first man who's come after me for my money, but one thing that does separate you from the rest is the fact that all the others have been much more forthcoming. They didn't feel the need to lie to me and pretend they loved me.
Wait, Sheila, you don't understand.
I understand everything. You're nothing but a greedy, low-down, money-grubbing gold digger. Now, do you see why I have to hide my family from everyone I meet? Oh, and by the way, that story about me getting kicked out of the family, I made that up.
What?
Did you think my dad would be stupid enough to try and pull off a scheme like that? He doesn't have a love child. He's been fully devoted to my mom and me from the very beginning.
Hey, you lied to me. How could you?
I don't want to hear any sanctimony about honesty from someone who pretended to love me for money.
That's not true, though. I love you, Sheila. I'm being honest. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
If that's true, then why didn't you answer me yes right away when I asked if you still wanted to marry me even if I wasn't rich? Like I said, if you needed time to think about that, that proves you never loved me. We have nothing more to talk about. The wedding is off and I am breaking up with you. Goodbye, Travis.
Sheila, wait! Can we talk about this? God damn it, Rachel! You blew it! You ruined everything just like I said you would. Why'd you tell Sheila I knew she was in Oswald?
What did you want me to say? She pissed me off. Like, seriously, what's her problem? She's got stacks of cash in the bank, but she goes around pretending she's the same as you and me. And she wouldn't even give me the $60,000 I asked for. That's not, like, even 1% of her money.
Thanks to you, the wedding is off. It's over. She broke up with me. You're an absolute menace, Rachel. You're the single dumbest, greediest person I've ever met.
Hey, you can't talk to me like that.
God damn it, I was this close. Why the hell is this happening to me? Our wedding was in a month. It was on the home stretch. That settles it, Rachel. You were definitely going to give me my money back now.
I already told you, dummy. I can't. It's gone. I spent it already.
Then I guess I'll just have to sue you for it. Mark my words, Rachel. I will get every single penny of that money back, no matter what it takes.
You can't sue me. I'm your sister. It's unconstitutional to sue your family members.
How much of a moron are you really, Rachel? Of course I can sue you. There's nothing in the freaking Constitution that prevents you from suing a family member. You had better be ready for me, because I'm coming after you. I will do everything in my power to punish you for this. You are no longer my sister. You're dead to me.
What?
I'm sick of you, Rachel. Even before you ruined my marriage to Sheila, I hated you. So, I'm washing my hands of you. From now on, you can take care of yourself.
You can't just cut me off like that. We're family. Are you really going to turn your back on your own family?
There are lines that can't be crossed, even for family members. And you crossed every single one.
Travis, wait. What am I supposed to do now? How will I get by without you supporting me?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe you could simply get a job. You know, like every other adult has to. You're not getting anything out of me ever again. I'm cutting you off. You'll be hearing from my lawyer shortly about paying me back the $60,000 you stole from me.
Lawyer? I don't know how to deal with a lawyer. Please, don't do this. Sheila, I need you again. You have got to talk some sense into Travis. That moron says he doesn't want to speak to me anymore. He can't do that to me. He's the only family I have. Not that I'm empathizing with that scumbag or anything, but considering the facts, I can't really blame him. Not only did you steal the product of years of his hard work to buy a sports car for yourself, you also ruined his shot at marrying me and never having to work again. I don't really think there's anything I could say to him that would convince him to forgive you at this point. Well, you have to try something. I mean, you might not be engaged anymore, but you were gonna get married in a month. That's gotta mean something, right? Why are you so dedicated to never learning your lesson, Rachel? Huh? What lesson? You have never stood on your own 2 feet your entire life. Anytime some sort of trouble came along, you always relied on someone else to take care of you. Have you ever had a job, Rachel? No, you haven't. You've been living off of Travis's money up until now. I highly recommend you work on fixing that particular aspect of yourself as soon as possible if you don't want to end up on the streets. I don't want to hear anything about ending up on the streets from you. You were born into one of the richest families in the country, the whole world even. You've had every single advantage in life, so what makes you think you can lecture me on hard work and self-reliance? You're right, the circumstances of my birth are rather fortunate for me. But I'll have you know that I have never received one single penny from my father after graduating high school. I worked my own way through college, got my own job, and earned my own money to pay for my wedding. I wanted to be able to say that I made my own way in life, so I never told a soul about my true identity. I don't give 2 craps about your life story. Write a memoir or something. All I need from you is your help. There's no getting through to you, is there? You're right, this was a complete waste of time. Oh well, good luck in your future endeavors, Rachel. Okay, you don't have to talk to Travis, but could you at least lend me some money? Travis expects me to pay back the whole $60,000 that I took from him. I told him that I can't pay it, so now he's saying he's going to sue me to get it back. That's not my problem. If you need money, get a job. How can you be so cruel to me? What have I ever done to you except try and be a good family member? First Travis abandons me, and now you're turning your back on me too? There it is again. You're blaming everyone else but yourself. I'm not turning my back on you. I'm just refusing to give money to someone who tried to rob me. You're terrible, Sheila. Completely heartless. Fine. I'll sell the car that I bought. Okay, and what does that have to do with me? It's none of my concern how you pay back your debts. I am trying to show you that I've had a change of heart. I learned my lesson, so I'm going to take responsibility and sell the car. There. Now that you know I'm a changed woman, you've got no reason not to help me out. Actually, I still have plenty. Hey there, Rachel. I heard the news. How are you feeling? How do you think I'm feeling? Yeah, I can't imagine you're doing too well right now. You crashed your car into a concrete wall on the highway, resulting in you getting taken to the hospital in an ambulance. Plus, your car is totaled, but you never got insurance on it, so you're, well, screwed. This sucks. Why is all of this happening to me? Now I'll never be able to sell the car to get my money back. I wonder if Travis will have pity on me when he sees how badly I was injured in that crash. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but Travis was the one who told me about your accident. And from the way he was talking, I wouldn't count on getting any sort of mercy from him just because you got hurt. Oh no. As a matter of fact, he was very insistent that he would do whatever it takes to make you pay him back. So yeah, I hope you're prepared for what's inevitably coming once you get released from the hospital. Come on, Rachel. You're filthy stinking rich, aren't you? Please, won't you give me some money? Now I have to pay my hospital bills on top of the money I owe Travis. We're family, right? No, Rachel, we are not family, and we never have been. I blocked Rachel's number immediately after that last text. Once she was released from the hospital, Travis wasted no time suing her for the money she owes him. Her family had grown tired of her mooching, so none of them were willing to help her out either. The last I heard, she was living in some rundown apartment by herself, working a part-time job to slowly chip away at her mountain of debt. I hope this has taught her a valuable lesson on what it really means to be a family. Hey, old man. You were acting all tough earlier today when giving me those instructions, right? I think you'd better think twice next time before doing that.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
I think you know who I'm the daughter of, right? If you keep something like that up with me, then you'll never have a chance of moving up here.
Moving up? I know that you're the daughter of Mr. Sanchez, but I had heard from your manager that your attitude is something that needs to be adjusted. And so I was around today to see how things were going with you and to give you some help.
That right there. I'm telling you that the way you're talking to me is not okay. I'm not the kind of person you're allowed to boss around like that. I am the daughter of this department's director. Please look at the position you're in and think if it's really okay for you to talk to me that way.
Are you sure that you're not the one that should be looking at the position you're in and getting a better understanding of it?
Excuse me?
Everyone here knows that the only reason you were hired into this company is because of the connection you have. But I'd like you to stop thinking that gives you any power over me. You are just another new hire to the rest of us. You should be thanking me for taking the time to give you some pointers today on becoming a better employee. Being as blunt as you are with all your coworkers and management is not acceptable here.
Do you even know who my father is?
I told you I do. How many more times are you gonna ask me that? I don't think there's any reason for you to ask me that though. And did you not understand the meaning of the message I just sent you a second ago? Right now you are acting in a way that your father, Mr. Sanchez, is not happy with. At this moment, there are plenty of people here that are upset with your father because of you.
They're not upset with him. They're all afraid of him, and so they won't do a thing about me being his daughter. I'm really not sure why you keep acting like you know better than me here, but I'll have my father come and tear you a new one.
I'll have him do that with you.
Huh? Why would he do that to me?
If he learned about the way his daughter acts while being here, he'd be disappointed. He's a very serious and diligent man.
I have no idea what you're wanting to say here, but old man, think about the position you're in for me, please. If you act out any more with me, then I'm going to make you regret ever working for this company in the first place.
I wonder if you could really do that. For the time being, Faye, I would like you to continue your work here with a more acceptable attitude, please. I am allowed to ask this from you, and I don't want to have to ask you again. So make sure to change the way you're acting here, or else things will not go so well for you. I think you can understand what I'm asking here, right?
I have not a single clue what you're asking me. I don't even have the time right now to talk with you, old man.
You were the one that began texting me, hence my reply to you and your attitude. I, myself, am a very busy man and have things to return to, so I'll be going.
Tomorrow, you'd better act like a well-trained dog, old man.
I'm only 40 years old, Faye.
Well, compared to me, you're old as a rock. Please think about what I've said to you today. If you don't, you'll have to bring some lube to work with you before getting talked to by him.
Perhaps it'll be you that'll have to have a talk with your father. I think that would be much more beneficial to the company.
Idiot! Was that coffee pretty delicious?
You really went and spilled coffee on me now, huh? What exactly made you think something like that was a good idea?
Do you know who my father is?
You're a rude one. You already asked me that question twice yesterday, and here you come again with it.
My father is the director of this department. I have more power than you do because of that. So do you think you can stop trying to talk to me like you have been all the time, old man? I had to spill that coffee on you today because you wouldn't stop complaining about me.
I'm going to have to teach you directly then that you have no power here, and not even your dad, being the director, will save you.
What are you talking about? Have you gone insane now, Grandpa? I was going to tell my father about how you acted towards me today and have him chew you out. But then I decided spilling coffee on you would be more effective, and man, was it funny watching you react to that. I think I'll forgive you now. But don't you ever come up to me saying weird things again.
Was the weird thing I said to you today me giving you some instructions?
That's right. What is it with you and thinking you can tell me what to do? You are not the kind of person that's allowed to talk to the director's daughter that way. You should be thankful that I was willing to forgive you after I spilled my coffee on your head.
What do you think you are doing to this company's CEO?
Huh? The CEO?
This is your father speaking with you right now.
Huh? Dad?
You come down to my office right now, you idiot.
Hold up, Dad? Why are you upset with me? What's this about the CEO?
I just had a word with your dad, and I believe he wants you to come down and speak with us.
My dad was super pissed at me, but I had no clue about you, and so all of this was bound to happen.
I'm done with you, Faye. After how hard your father went into you over how you've been treating me, you still don't understand the seriousness of the situation? You seemed pretty full of yourself when in his office. Are you going to listen to what he told you, or not?
But I was thinking you were just some old man that's useless to the company. However, you're saying you've been the CEO this whole time? Are you sure you're not a fraud or something?
A fraud? Stop trying to be funny, Faye. It's because of what you've done today that your father had to get on his hands and knees and apologize to me.
Huh? Why did my dad do that? I told you guys that I just didn't know. Just assumed you were an old man on his way out of here.
You not even knowing who your own CEO is definitely something I should have expected from you.
But everyone else never spoke to you like you're the CEO of this company. So that means you're just a fraud, right?
Can you please stop with the fraud talk, please? Is that the only response you have to me now?
Well, it's the truth, though, right? Everyone just calls you Craig, so I assumed you were nothing more than a base-level employee.
And that's because I don't like being called anything besides my first name.
You really don't want people calling you Mr. Turner or Sir? Why not? Would you give up on trying to cover up the fact that you're in fact a fraud?
I would rather just have everyone call me Greg. I enjoy running a company where everyone can feel close to one another and don't have to feel distant when coming to talk with me.
And it's that kind of stupid idea that made me think you were nothing more than an old man. If I'd actually known that you were the CEO of this place, then I would have never did what had to be done to you.
What are you talking about, Faye? Whether I'm the CEO or not, you pouring coffee on someone above you is not acceptable. Actually, pouring it onto anyone is unacceptable. I've seriously had enough of you here. Do I really have to tell you that for you to understand? That is supposed to be common sense to everyone as an adult.
I really do not know what the hell you keep going on about. Can you explain all of that to me again in a language that I can actually understand?
Is that what you want? I totally overlooked you being the type of person that needs everything explained to you in a childish manner for you to understand it. Let me tell you that just because you're here because of your connection to your father, that does not mean you get any sort of special treatment. And you never seemed to understand that, did you? You seem to have thought that you could do whatever you want because you're the department director's daughter. But that's not the case. And I, the CEO, shouldn't have to be telling you something as basic as that either. All you've shown to me today is that you don't have an ounce of common sense in that head of yours.
Well, you can say all you want, but I'm still young.
Everyone else that was hired in with you is your age. The age of the people that are hired is not the problem here. But really, I never expected the day to come that one of my very exceptional employees would have to come apologize to me the way your father did.
Making my dad apologize to you like that is screwed up, by the way. Are you Satan or something? Why would you do that to my poor dad?
I totally forgot. You need things explained to you like you're a baby. You did something very bad today, and your daddy had to say sorry because you don't care about him. Does that help?
Huh?
It's because of you that your father had to come and apologize like that to me. I've even explained that to you in your language now, yet you're acting like you still don't understand?
It's my fault that my dad had to do that?
So that means you still don't understand what you did to me? I cannot believe there are people your age that act like you are. You spilled coffee onto the CEO of this company on purpose. Don't you think your father getting all up in arms like that with you was justified?
Well, I guess that was a little too far now that I think about it. But it wasn't like the coffee was that hot, right? If you don't have any injuries, then is there really a point for getting upset with me?
I think we were more surprised at what you've done to me than anything else. You're fired, Faye. I can't deal with your crap anymore.
Huh? I'm the one being fired? Why me? You're wrongfully firing me. What is wrong with you, old man? You can't fire me without a good reason.
Oh, come on. Say please. I really don't want to have to sit here all day explaining obvious things to you. Did you seriously not see anything wrong with pouring coffee on me like you did today? I am not going to allow someone as ridiculous as you to continue working for me. I'm tired of you acting like an idiot, but I also don't want to watch your father have to apologize for your actions again.
Do you really think I'm the one that did that to my dad? I didn't do anything to cause him to become embarrassed by me.
I'm going to need to call my doctor tonight. Need a refill on my prescription because of how terrible of a headache you've given me. I'm sorry, Faye, but you literally spilled coffee not only on your boss, but your father's boss as well. And you did it on purpose. What makes all of that even worse, though, is that the coffee ruined my new suit that I had imported from Italy. All of that right there should be more than enough to get you to come apologize to me. Yet, for some reason, you have no desire to do so yet. That right there shows me enough.
I do want to apologize. Sorry.
I had to tell you to apologize to me for you to do that.
But I apologized, right? So we can be done with all this now. Can't you see that I've learned whatever lesson you wanted to teach me and I can go back to work now?
Faye, I wish there was a hotline I could call to help you get the help you need. But there isn't. So the best thing I could do for me and everyone else here is fire you.
Huh? If you do that, my dad's going to be pissed at you next. You don't even have the right to fire me, even though you're the CEO. Oh, I could start going around saying that you overworked me and some other things to make you get fired.
I'm sorry, but you haven't been here long enough. Only a few weeks, and that's not enough to make such a claim. And since there was a reason to fire you in such a short time frame, it will be understood that what you did was very unacceptable within my company, and then that claim of yours will go right in the trash. I think trying that would be a huge waste of your time, but do whatever makes you happy.
What? So then I'm really being fired right now? Is my dad okay with you doing that to me? No way, right?
Well, if it makes it any better, your dad said he'd agree with me firing himself as well as you.
Huh? My dad said that?
He felt responsible for what you done, but I'm not going to fire him. He is one of my best employees, and losing him because of his mentally handicapped daughter's actions wouldn't be fair. So I think your dad is totally alright with me firing you. So go and grab all of your things off your desk and leave my building. Just a bit ago, when you met with your father and I, you didn't even bother saying and apologizing to me then. So I'm afraid you don't have anything to say to me directly now either, nor will you listen to me.
Hold on, please. I wanted to apologize to you then, but I just assumed then wasn't the best time since my dad was so angry. I was just going to wait for a better time.
Well, this is the result of you misreading the atmosphere. Ugh, good luck at whatever company hires you next. but it won't be any company in this part of town, I'm afraid. I'll make sure to explain what happened with us that led to your very early termination. I think finding a job around here after this is going to be difficult for you.
Huh? Wait, if you start going around and telling other companies about me, I'll be screwed. And now my dad's starting to tell me to leave the office and go away. He doesn't even want me going back to my parents' house now. If all of this is for real, then I'll be royally screwed, Craig.
Not my problem. I have a headache now, so I'm not gonna think much about your future. The best I can say for you to do now is to go back to elementary school and start over again. Now, I need to get going to the pharmacy to grab more meds for my blood pressure. Can you hurry up and get lost already?
So you're going to be just like my dad? How am I supposed to go back to elementary school at my age?
Jesus. That was a joke, Faye. I swear, the actual thing you need to do is go book yourself into the nearest mental clinic and have them do a psychiatric exam on you. But that's up to you. There's nothing left I can do with you now, and thank God for that. Now, thank you for your 2.5 weeks here.
You're just going to leave me?
And I'm pulling the cost of my new imported suit from your next paycheck. I mean, your only paycheck.
Huh? Are you kidding me?
It's either that, or you pay me right now for the suit. At least be happy that you'll still be getting $100 or so from me.
Wait a minute. Please think about all of this.
My head hurts too much to think. Bye. There's a clinic down the street you can walk to that takes people without appointment. So go there.
In the end, Faye was fired from her job and thrown out of the office building. And not even her dad said anything else to her, instead choosing to completely forget about her as his daughter. He and his wife then cut ties with her and told her to never enter their house again. And as Craig had said to Faye, there would be little chance of a company near his office being open to hiring her, and so she was forced into a tough situation which her life teetered on. The following day, she came back to the office when Craig was walking into work and tried to apologize and ask for another chance. But he lashed out on her hard and forced her to pay for his ruined suit right then and there with whatever she had on her. And once she had emptied her purse of pretty much any money she had, he had security come escort her outside the office complex, and that was the last time she was ever seen by anyone. I'm sure that some of this had to do with her being spoiled at birth, but there is also the fact that she really did seem to have something wrong with her. Everyone at the office, including Craig even, hopes that wherever she is now, she's getting the help she needs.
Hey Pam, are you there? There is something that you and I should talk about. Or rather, I guess it's something more that I just need to tell you. There isn't really much talking to be done about it now that I think about it. Anyways, I just wanted to tell you that tomorrow my sister is going to come over to our house to hang out for a while.
Hold on a second, Fred. Why am I just hearing about this now? I really wish that you would have told me about this way sooner. I had no idea that anyone was going to be coming over, let alone your sister, tomorrow. I have so much that I have to prepare before she gets here. I don't have time when you tell me these things so last minute.
What are you talking about? What do you have to get ready? There isn't anything you need to prepare for my sister. Why would you even think that you need to do something like that? It doesn't make any sense.
Fred, you aren't really serious about that, right? You know that there are always some kinds of preparations to be done when someone comes over. I have to clean the house, make it at least look presentable, and try and be a good host.
Well, I really don't see what the big problem is. It isn't like you have to tear apart the whole house and do some kind of deep clean or something like that. I don't see why you just can't throw things in the closet and make the houses look somewhat nice for them. You know? Besides, you're my wife. That's kind of your job to be ready for these kinds of things anyways. If you're really that worried, then you should have been keeping the house in order just in case anyone were to drop by anyways. But it's not like you don't have a ton of free time anyways. I mean, you've basically been doing nothing ever since you got pregnant. I'm really not buying it if you're trying to tell me that you don't have enough time to do this one little thing for me.
But that isn't even the problem. I don't think you're being fair to me at all right now, Fred.
I'm sorry, but if that's all you have to say to me, then you're going to have to try a little harder to come up with a better argument. In fact, you may as well get it through your head right now that the moment you married me, you gave up any right to argue with me at all.
What do you mean? You can't actually be serious about that, right? Why are you being so overbearing? This isn't fair. I mean, you're talking as if you're someone out of the 50s or something. Don't you know that husbands can't just treat their wives like this anymore? Besides, I'm literally 8 months pregnant. Are you really just not going to acknowledge that at all? But this isn't just a recent thing. I feel like you've been treating me poorly like this ever since I got pregnant all those months ago. Aren't you worried at all about our child and what kind of effect that treating me like this might have on them? You're being completely unreasonable.
You really think that just because you're pregnant, it means that you can get away with whatever you want? Why do you think being pregnant even makes you that special, huh?
What do you mean? I don't think it makes me special. I think it means that I have a health condition where I have a literal human growing inside me.
Oh, please. Just why do you think that merits you any kind of special treatment at all, huh? Any woman can get pregnant. You're not that big of a deal, you know. You really think that just because you're pregnant, then I have to do every little thing for you? No, you're having a baby. But that doesn't make you a baby. You're just going to have to learn how to take care of yourself and quit relying so much on me.
And do you think you're going to feel the same way about all of this even after I have our child, Fred?
What are you talking about now? Why are you always trying to change the subject? If you're trying to make a point, then just make it and move on with your life. I really don't have the time to deal with some hysterical pregnant lady right now.
I just mean that even after I have our kid, are you still going to demand that I do everything by myself? Are you really just going to make me continue to take care of the house and chores and the child while you do nothing to help out at all?
I don't get what you're trying to ask. I mean, just who else would do any of that anyways?
I really can't believe the messages that I'm reading from you. You are just being ridiculous. I mean, are you really not going to help out around the house or with the child at all after I give birth? Well, if that's how you really feel about the situation, then I feel I understand very well where we're at right now.
Yeah, where we're at is that I don't want you coming to me asking for help for every little thing, got it? You're a wife, and that means that it is your job to obey what your husband tells you to do and quit whining. Did you really not think that when you got married, you wouldn't have to take care of the house and chores and everything? I'm not treating you like anything.
I just didn't think that after we got married that you were going to turn into such a domineering jerk, Fred. I mean, you do know that I have a job as well, right? I'm only not working right now because of the pregnancy leave, and I'll have some more time I'll be able to take after I have the child as well. But the fact of the matter is that I still work and I still contribute to the family in that way. So I don't know why it is that you think you can treat me as if I never ever do anything for this family.
I'm treating this way precisely because you're not contributing anything to the family at all. Besides, nothing that you said changes the fact that I'm the husband and you're the wife, and whatever I say goes. The moment you said I do, you swore your life to me. You pledged to always be faithful and obedient and never once question your husband. Did you really not realize that's what you were getting yourself into?
I don't remember anything besides the faithful part ever being part of our vows. And if you really think that's how a marriage is supposed to work, then I don't even know what to say to you. But I guess if anything, I should say I'm grateful for you making your position perfectly clear. And I guess I finally understand why it is that you haven't shown me an ounce of kindness ever since I first got pregnant.
And just what makes you think that someone like you even deserves a gram of kindness from someone like me, huh?
You're right. I guess it's probably because you're running around showing all your kindness to someone else.
Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Just what is that supposed to mean, huh? How dare you talk to me like this?
I didn't mean anything by it at all, Fred. Anyways, I have to get ready for your sister to arrive tomorrow, so I'm about to be very busy.
Hey, you should be completely free this summer, right? I mean, you don't really have anything scheduled for the whole, say, summer break until school starts back up. Does that sound right?
I'm not quite sure what you mean about plans or being free. I am 8 months pregnant, so by the time summer starts, I'll probably have already moved into the hospital to get ready to give birth.
Right, okay. So you're going to be in the hospital for a little bit of time near the start of summer, and then besides that, you should be free. Do I have that right? I guess that means that you wouldn't have any problems watching kids then, right?
Fred, I'm not quite sure what you're talking about right now, but Watching kids is all that I would be doing anyways after I get out of the hospital. Or rather, I should say that watching a kid, ours, is the only thing that I'm going to be doing once I get out of the hospital.
But you already said that you don't really have any other plans for the summer after you have our baby, right? Please. You have to give me a hand here. My sister could really use your help, Pam.
I'm sorry, but I still have no idea what you're going on about. What help does your sister need? You're still not telling me why you want to know whether or not I'm going to be free this summer.
And the only reason I'm asking if you're going to be free this summer or not is because my sister is going to need someone to look after her 4 kids for the summer break.
Wait, what? Are you telling me that you want me to be the one to look after them? When I'm already so close to giving birth to our own child right now, you can't actually be serious about that, right?
Of course I am. I wouldn't be asking this of you if I wasn't serious about you doing it. That wouldn't make any sense at all.
But what do you mean? Why do you think I would agree to this? What does any of this have to do with me?
It has to do with you because you're going to be home all day anyways, right? So if you're not going to be doing anything but sitting around the house with a baby, then you should be able to do it just fine. I mean, you said yourself that you still have your maternity leave and won't have to go into the office for a while after you have our kid, remember? I mean, you are really starting to piss me off with this lazy, entitled attitude of yours. Do you know that?
Did you seriously just call me lazy and entitled for being pregnant? What kind of way is that to talk to your wife, Fred? Seriously, what is the matter with you? Why are you treating me like this?
Now look, I'm not going to ask you anymore. Do you understand? You were going to look after my sister's kids, and that's that. Just think of this as a way to get some practice in child rearing before you have to do the real thing. This is going to be a great learning opportunity. You learn how to deal with 4 kids of all different ages. It's going to be great, I promise.
So you were never asking me in the first place is what I'm to get from that then? No! The answer is no, and this is the last I want to hear of it. I'm sorry, but you'll have to tell your sister to go and look for a sitter elsewhere.
What did you just say? You really think you can talk to me like this? Did you forget that you are my wife and I'm your husband? You can't talk to me like that.
Look, Fred, even if I wanted to do this for your sister, it just wouldn't work at all in the current state that I'm in. I am literally about to give birth to our child, and you are asking me to take care of 4 kids for the entire summer on top of that? I mean, do I really have to spell out for you why this isn't going to work? Just think about it, Fred.
What on earth are you talking about, Pam? The only one who isn't thinking about this hard enough is you. Or rather, you're actually thinking about it way too much. Because the whole issue is so much more simple than you're making it out to be. You are going to do as I say and watch my sister's kids, or else I'm going to divorce you. So what do you think about that?
You're serious about this? You're really going to divorce me if I don't do as you say? Do you even understand what you're actually saying when you threaten me with that, Fred?
Of course I do. Do you really think that I would just say something like that without thinking about it first? You're clearly just upset because you can't think of a good rebuttal, and that's why you resorted to these sad little questions. But I've already made it very clear to you that I am the boss around here, and you have no right to tell me no about anything that I ask of you.
So you're really not even going to listen to your wife telling you that she is not prepared, equipped, or willing to do this?
I'm glad that you're finally starting to get some of that through your head. So does that mean that I don't need to have to keep arguing with you over this? Here's the deal. You're going to take care of my sister's 4 kids for the duration of the summer break, okay? You're my wife, and I know for a fact that you have nothing but time on your hands right now. So don't even try to tell me that you're not going to be able to do this. If I hear even a word of complaint from you again, so help me, I will really divorce you.
Well, okay then. Consider this my one more word of complaint. Now let's go get that divorce started, Fred.
Wait, what? What do you mean? You're telling me that you want to get divorced?
I mean that you gave me a choice, obey you or get a divorce, right? Well, I've made my choice, so what do you think about that?
But hold on. What on earth are you talking about right now? You're really going to try and walk away from me? What do you think you'll be able to do for yourself after that? You might think that you're tough talking like that to me right now, but I know that you'll never, ever be able to walk the walk. So if you're not actually serious about any of this, then I recommend you keep your mouth shut and don't say stupid things like that, or else I will really leave you.
I'm not trying to bluff you, and I wasn't joking about that either.
Look, the summer break starts tomorrow, and my sister's kids are going to be coming not long after that. I really don't have time for this kind of nonsense from you.
And just why do you think that I'm going to go along with any of this? You can't just drop a huge request on me like this and expect me to jump at it and drop everything else that I'm doing. You can't just treat people, especially your wife, this way. But I don't even see why we're continuing this conversation. It seems that we've said all we have to say.
No, we're not through here. You need to understand very clearly that the only way that you're going to get a divorce is with my permission, okay? I mean, I know that you don't really want to get divorced as a pregnant woman, right? What would be the point in doing something as stupid as that?
Oh no, I think I'm going to be just fine, actually. Besides, I'm only giving you what you wanted, Fred.
Hey, Pam, are you there? Just where did you run off to? I can't find you anywhere around the house at all, and my sister is about to arrive with her kids soon. I thought I told you that I wanted the house to be ready when they all arrived. It looks like you've barely done anything at all around here. You had better be working on cleaning up the house somewhere.
I thought I already told you what I was going to be doing, Fred. I'm getting out divorce papers right now.
Wait, what? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you seriously still going on with this stupid prank of yours? I thought I told you that it wasn't going to work on me.
And I thought I told you that I wasn't trying to prank or fool you at all. You and I are getting a divorce, and that is that. Did you actually think that I was joking about any of that? And did you really tell your sister to show up to our house with all of her kids? Why would you do that? What is the matter with you? If you really thought that I was just going to go along with this, then you are sorely mistaken because I'm not even home right now.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're not even making any sense at all now. Are you getting a heat flash or something? Is this some crazy pregnant lady hormonal thing? I thought I told you that if you didn't do as I say, then I was going to divorce you. Now you get back to the house right now and start getting things ready for my sister's kids. Are you seriously not going to get anything ready for them at all?
Are you really trying to tell me that I should be worried about these 4 other children when I am literally about to give birth to my own kid? And just what kind of way is this for any father to treat his wife or his unborn child?
What are you talking about now? You really do think that being pregnant makes you untouchable, don't you? When are you going to wake up and realize that you can't shirk your responsibilities like this?
Me shirk my responsibilities? You're the only one literally threatening to divorce me and leave me a single mother if I don't obey you. But the thing is that I would rather be a divorced single mother than be with you for another second, so your threat doesn't work.
Wait, hold on just a second there, Pam. Now, I thought I told you that I didn't think this joke was funny the first time, and I don't want to hear any of this crazy talk from you, okay?
And I am telling you for the last time that I am not joking about any of this. I am very serious. In fact, I've already submitted the paperwork for the divorce, and there's no undoing it now. So there isn't even a point in carrying on this conversation any further because nothing you say is going to change that fact.
Wait, what? Are you really serious? You're really submitting the divorce paperwork already? Please tell me that you're still trying to play some kind of prank on me right now. You can't be serious about that, right?
Why do I even bother with you? Are you even reading the messages that I'm sending you? I am trying to tell you that I am serious. I was never joking about this, and now I've gone and gotten us divorced. It's over. You gave me a clear choice, and I took you up on that choice. Don't be upset with me because I didn't choose the option that suited you.
You can't be serious. I don't know what to say to this. I mean, you're really serious about this, aren't you? You really went and divorced me? But I never told you could do that. When did I ever give you permission for that?
Permission? Of course you gave me permission. You said I had 2 options. I could either do what you say like a good docile wife, or we could get a divorce. That's what you told me. I'm doing exactly as you told me and nothing more.
So then you really wanted to divorce me that badly. But then who is going to watch my sister's kids?
That is not my problem and it never was. Figure it out yourself.
What do you mean?
I mean that you pushed me to this point, and if you have a problem with where things are now, blame yourself.
I don't understand. Why would you do this to me?
That's exactly the question that I want to ask you. You drove me to this. You were being so horrible to your own pregnant wife. And you never ever did anything to help out around the house. Did you really think a marriage like ours was going to last?
This can't be right. This isn't Pam. Someone must have stolen your phone to type all this.
I'm afraid that that's not the case. It is your now ex-wife Pam telling you all of this. You treated me horribly and told me if I didn't like it that I could leave. Besides, I know about the affair you were having.
Affair? What are you talking about this time? I was never having an affair.
Don't try to deny it, Fred. I have all the proof that I need.
Proof? What are you talking about? You must have really gone crazy, huh?
You really are gutsy, you know that? Carrying on your affair even when your wife is this pregnant? You have no idea what you've been putting me through with the way you've been treating me.
I only thought you were using your pregnancy to get out of doing your wifely duties.
You have no idea what it's like to be pregnant, and you were never being fair to me at all. You were literally about to have me watch over 4 kids in my state.
But only so that you can get some practice in dealing with children?
The only person who needs practice here is you.
Please, there's no need to be upset with me over this. I screwed up, okay?
I don't want to hear anything more from you. I am sick and tired of having to treat you like you're some god on earth. We are through. The divorce is happening, and you are going to have to pay dearly for your affair. The next time you hear from me, it will be from my lawyer. In the end, Fred realized that he had nowhere else to run and agreed to the divorce. Later, he received a letter from my lawyer inviting him to a discussion about alimony, child support, and the lawsuit for his infidelity. Fred even signed an agreement to never ever contact me again in exchange for a lowering of some of the fees that he would have to pay me. But by then, the rumors of his affair and divorce have been leaked to his company, and he felt compelled to resign in disgrace.
Tomorrow is going to be your first time coming to my parents' house. So are you worried? I have to work in the morning, so I won't be able to come along with you on that flight. But I'll be over later, so just hang out with my parents while you guys wait for me. I think they'll all have things for you to do there, and it'll be a good chance for you guys to talk about me behind my back.
Of course, I'm a bit nervous. This will be my first time meeting your mom, as well as going to your parents' house in general. I really wish you were able to come with me on the flight over, though. I'll probably be sweating the whole flight just thinking about how things will go and if they'll be happy with me or not.
Well, even if I could come with, my mom told me that she wants to talk with you one-on-one for a bit. So I'm sorry, but she's going to get what she wants this time.
That right there makes me really nervous to see her. But I get it. This will be her first time seeing me as well. And since I have the day off work, there's no reason I can't go early and see her. But man, am I sweating over this.
You'll only be there for a few hours by yourself, so don't worry too much. And later in the day, your parents will be coming over, right? They'll have all of that business talk with my dad, so I'm sure that my mom knows not to get too out of control with you.
Yeah, that's the plan anyway. But it would be a whole lot better if they came over at the same time as me. At least then they could get all that business talk over with before you come, and then I won't have to feel as worried about what kind of interrogation they give me today.
Well, my dad's really looking forward to seeing you, Rose. He told me that he wants to show you around my hometown a little as well, before your parents come. And that he'd probably do that with you after picking you up from the airport, and before you all go back to the house. I think that'll help you relax a bit, and they're close to the beach, so you can probably go out and dip your feet in for a bit. And also, if you can't become close with my mom, that would be wonderful. She is a bit rough on people at first, so I'm a little concerned about that. But if you do get to be really close, then I will never have to think about you both getting into fights, like mother-in-laws always get into on those TV dramas.
Telling me that now is only going to get my heart racing even faster. Now I feel even more like she'll find problems with me when I speak to her. Ugh. I should call them when I get to the airport, right? Then they'll come and pick me up from there, right?
They told me that they'd be waiting there before you even arrive, so you shouldn't have to wait for them to come get you. My mom and dad are really looking forward to seeing you. I'm sure when you get there, they'll have a sign with your name on it for you and everything.
Well, I hope that's true, and tell them thank you for waiting on me. But there's always the chance that the plane will be late, so maybe it's best they wait a little bit before coming.
Well, you could tell my parents that before you go then. They said they'll be tracking your flight, so they'll know the time it comes into the airport, even if there's a delay or anything like that. But if it'll relax you a little bit, you could tell them what to do. Anyway, have a safe flight tomorrow, okay?
Thank you, Nathan. And you too. As for the time you'll be arriving at the airport, that should be around 11 a.m., right? Good afternoon, Mom. Yes, that should be the right time. Could you please not call me Mom yet? I am not your mom or anything like that to you. Huh? Oh, right. I'm so sorry. Tomorrow is looking to be a very hot day here, and it's the 4th of July, a day in which families should be together, yet we have to come and get you. That'll take a lot of time and be a pain in the butt for me. What? Is that right? I'm really sorry about that. If you'd like, I can find a way to make it to your guys' house by myself. That might be the right move, Rose. Well, we'll see about that tomorrow. Understood. I'm sorry if me coming out tomorrow causes any troubles for you, but I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Rose, do you really think you can be married to my son? What? I'm sorry, but what do you mean by that? I assumed that since my son chose you, you'd be a very outstanding person. But you don't work for any major company, nor do you even have a proper job of your own. If anything, you're going to give up whatever income you have and become a housewife leeching off my son, right? Do you think I'll allow you to use my son and become a part of my family that way? I'm sure you have your eyes set on us because my husband runs his own company, am I right? Hold on for one moment. What are you talking about right now? I think you have some kind of misunderstanding because that's not at all what I planned for. So you're telling me you never knew that my husband has his own company? I know about that, but there we go then. My son never listened to me about people like you being in this world, and that's because you already have a hold on him. What do you mean that there are people like me in this world? The trash that only looks to marry for others' money. You think I'm after your guys' money? I've been dating your son now for 3 years. I can understand you thinking something like that could be possible, but I am not that kind of person, Kelly. Who knows? But be aware that I have no plans of becoming family to you. However, if you say anything about this to my son, I'll make sure there's hell to pay. Don't you ever do anything to make my family upset, okay? I don't plan to say anything to upset your family, but for the time being, I look forward to seeing both you and your husband tomorrow. We haven't had the chance to meet one another yet, so it's great to see that we'll finally all be able to get to know each other. And since it appears there are a few misunderstandings, I'll try my best to clear everything up between us. I had planned to give you a call to let you know that I'm here. Where are you guys right now? I did come a bit early, so if you're not here just yet, don't worry. I'll be waiting a little bit for my bag to come out. We are not going to get you. What? I do not accept you as my family, and I will not let you be my son's wife. Are you really saying that you're not going to pick me up from the airport then? Also, you are aware that Nathan and I have already legally married one another and have our certificate, right? We had planned to come out to your guys' house for the 4th and we could celebrate as a family there. That doesn't mean a thing. I do not want you to be a part of this family. And that also means I don't approve of you being my son's wife. So, since you're just a stranger to me, you will not be getting any car ride back to my house. Why would anyone take a stranger back to their house anyway? If you really want to be here with us, show me your determination and walk all the way to our house under the blistering sun. Hold on for a second. You want me to walk to your house when it's this hot out? I understand now that you don't want to come here to get me, but I can still get a taxi to take me there, right? Nope. What? If you do something like that, then you're definitely never going to get my approval to marry my son. Come here with your own strength and show me how much you want to be in this family. Are you seriously saying all that right now? That's quite a long distance to your house from here. Should only take you an hour and a half to get here if you hustle, right? Do you not want my approval, Rose? Even if you say you're my son's wife, to me you're just a complete stranger, and my husband and I don't give rides to complete strangers. You are going to walk under the scorching sun from the airport, or else you'll lose any chance of becoming part of the family. All right. Then I'll be waiting for you. I understand that you won't accept me any other way, so I'll start walking, but is this really what you want from me? Just hurry up and start walking. If you can't make it in time for lunch, you'll have to wait until dinner to eat. Okay then, I'll be on my way over right now. I'm walking right now. What do you want? You have called me almost 200 times now, and my voicemail is full. Rose, where are you right now? I told you that I'm walking and still a ways away from your house. I'm going to come to you as soon as I can, so please tell me what street you're on. Why are you saying that now? Could this be because you heard about how I've been supporting your husband's company financially with over $300,000 now? What $300,000? What are you talking about? So you haven't heard about that from your husband yet then, huh? Then why are you trying to get a hold of me so frantically? My husband has started to worry about why you're not at our house yet, so I'm worked up now. I told him that when I went to go and get you without him, I wasn't able to find you and came back home. And he became frustrated with me because he expected that I look for you if you weren't there waiting for me. Well, he is right to be frustrated by that. Normally, you'd never just get up and go home without the person you came out to get, right? But really, you didn't even come to the airport to get me in the first place. And what's this about you financing my husband's company? I haven't heard anything about that from him yet. Well, my family's company has been working to help finance your husband's company for a bit now. And my parents were actually planning to come out here later today on a separate flight to see you both. Wait, does that all have to do with why my husband told me he needed to run into his office and gather a lot of paperwork today? I'm sure that was all to prepare for seeing my parents in person this time. They've already decided on helping your husband's company out, but there are still talks about how much we'll give. And today was supposed to be the day that something like that was decided on. That's probably why your husband had to run to his office and prepare the documents needed for said meeting, right? While your husband has been busy with all of that, I was planning on having you get me from the airport, but you never came. I'm sure he's worried now about how things will play out with my parents now. Well, I never knew anything about that. Since when did you all start talking about helping him with his company? Whether you knew about it before this or not, things wouldn't have changed. What you've done to me today has really shaped the future between us and opened my eyes to the true you. Anyway, I'm going to take my time walking over. It's super hot out and I'm getting tired, but... He's still asking me why you haven't arrived yet, and it's a problem for me now. A problem for you. This is what you wanted to happen, right? It was, but I didn't actually consider something like that happening. Maybe you should just tell your husband the truth then. Tell him that you told me you'd come and get me, but when I arrived at the airport, you took back your word and said that I needed to walk to your house. I never meant it as a bad thing towards you or anything. Well, if this wasn't done out of hate towards me, then why did you do it? I think it's best you tell your husband that you demanded that I walk to your house all the way from the airport. I'm sorry, but I don't believe there's anyone that would ask that from someone with any reasoning besides bullying the person they've asked. Are you trying to mess with me right now? There's no way I could say something like that to him. If I were to, what would he end up saying back to me? I believe that it's you that's been messing with me, Kelly. Huh? Are you still not aware that everything you've been saying today has been you trying to make me suffer? Well, it doesn't matter what your real intentions were for this because everyone will soon find out what you did to me. What are you talking about, Rose? I'm saying that if I'm asked about what happened to me today, I'm telling them the truth. Who will you tell that to? Well, to your husband and Nathan. If they ask why I was so late in arriving at your house, I'll tell them the truth. And I'll show them all the texts you sent me. What? You plan to say such needless things to them? These are very important things that I'll be telling them, since they're all the truth. I'm not doing any of this to spite you. Rather, I'm just giving them the true answer. Please, don't say a thing about this. If either of those two find out, I'll be in huge trouble. Well, if this were going to get you into huge trouble, then you never should have done it in the first place. But you've already gone through with it, so it's over for you. But I'm telling you that I'll come and get you now. All you have to do is tell me where you're at and everything will be fine, right? Even if you do plan to come get me, it's far too late. I've already walked this far because of you, so your intentions are well known. I'm going to continue walking all the way there just so I can savor the hate I have for you. I'm telling you that you don't need to walk anymore. I'll come out and get you. You told me to walk an hour and a half through this horrible summer heat, and now you want to stop me halfway and come get me? It's too late for you, Kelly. You've said more than enough now. I never knew anything about you and your family, though, so I didn't think you could do anything to me. Please allow me to come and get you. And then you won't have to tell my husband and son anything unnecessary. I get that you're in a panic and want to come get me, but you demanded that I do this, so I'll go until the end. Even if that leads to your husband and Nathan learning the truth and getting pissed at you, that'll have nothing to do with me. Please don't say things like that. I'll be in huge trouble if they find out. Well, you asked for it. And now you've gotten what you wished for, and you have to be there to bear responsibility for it. Rose, I'm so sorry. I apologize for being such a jerk to you today. Can you please agree to keep this one event a secret between us? No thanks. Why not? I'm not even asking much from you right now. Do you really think you can say no to that? I do, actually. I have a right to say no to you now. What you've done today has shown me your true character, and so I can do whatever I want with that knowledge now. And along with that, I don't have to care about what you think about my actions because you never bothered to hide your true self from me. I really did want to become close to you and all, but I can see that that's not what you wanted. That's not true. I do want to become close to you, Rose. It's not too late for the both of us to become really good in-laws. It is too late. You made yourself believe that I was only in this for your guys' money. But if you heard about how my family is going to support your husband's company, you would have never thought to say that, right? Well, it's too late now. So now do your best and tell all of this to your husband and son for me. And if you won't, I promise I'll hold no truth back from them. In the end, Kelly's husband and son ended up learning the truth about what happened with Rose, and they proceeded to tear her a new one before getting into the car and heading on the road to go find Rose. They both called Rose a couple of times before she finally answered them. But by that point, she was already very close to the house, and so she had already been on the move for over an hour in the super hot heat. When they did get to her, she was covered in sweat and would later up having some horrible sunburns because she didn't even have any sunscreen on her at the time. After getting back to the house, everyone began to ask Kelly why she did this to Rose. But after she kept beating around the bush about it, the rest of the family banned her from joining them for dinner. They then left the house without Kelly and watched fireworks for the rest of the evening while helping rub some much-needed aloe all over Rose so the burns didn't bother her as much. Following the dinner and fireworks, though, everyone came back to the house where Kelly finally did tell everyone her reason for doing this to Rose, and that led to Nathan telling his mom he was cutting ties to her. He said that he could never have someone as his mother who would go to such lengths over such a pathetic excuse, and would make sure that she'd never have the chance to talk to Rose again. And as for her husband, he was appalled by her reasoning and told her that he'd be moving to a new house and away from her. Just as his son had said, he didn't want to give her the chance of coming around the family again, but also wanted to make sure that she didn't get in the way of the business he'd worked so hard for. Kelly then panicked and tried to apologize to everyone for what she'd done, but by that point, everyone only ignored her pleas for forgiveness and gave her the coldest shoulder. By that night, everyone had left the house and left Kelly there to go stay at a hotel near the airport, where her husband and Rose's parents could continue to talk about the financing in peace. Luckily for everyone, my parents did end up going through with the plans that had been made for helping finance the business and keeping it going, so there were no more worries there. Kelly really did take things too far this time, and now she's having to pay for it by not only losing her own family, but also losing any income into her life. As for what'll happen next to her, there's only anxiety surrounding it, I'm sure. But if I were her, I'd at least start by finding a job soon, or else those missed payments on the bills to that house will have her seeing a new world without a roof over her head.